Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Atlantic City for high school football as the Ocean City Red Raiders are on the road to take on the Atlantic City Vikings. Mike Frankel on the call with you tonight alongside Matt Jamison. Should be a good one, Matt. Two teams both come in with a mark of 2-1. I know you've seen the Red Raiders back-to-back weeks, and Ocean City coming off a big win a week ago against Lenape, 22-0. Talk about some standout performances so far early on for the Red Raiders.
Okay, Mike. The Raiders really didn't play well the game before Lenape, which was Eastern, and they really got after it. My understanding is they really got after it in practice and really tightened up the fundamentals, and it really, really showed against Lenape. Ocean City's strength, without a doubt, is the defensive line and the inside linebackers on the defensive end of the ball. And on the offensive side, it's self-explanatory. They got an O-line that gets the job done. They have a quarterback who's dual threat. He can throw the ball. He can run the ball. Then you got Tristan Schmidt, who's a tough runner. He can run between the tackles. He can cut it outside. And then they have possession receivers who, if they need to, they can stretch the field. So they really have their work cut out for them today against the Atlantic City Vikings, and I have seen the Vikings play.
Yeah, Atlantic City, a little bit of a different 2-1. The Vikings starting the season with two big wins, of course, over Mainland down in Delaware and then over Millville. So Vikings certainly feeling good after that. But then a setback a week ago against Cedar Creek as Atlantic City lost 45-34. But as you mentioned, this is a talented, dangerous, fast, athletic Atlantic City team, and probably for Ocean City, the toughest test so far through 4 weeks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Atlantic City is never out of a ball game. You can ask the Millville Thunderbolts that. If you saw that game, you would think Millville was going to run away with a victory. Didn't turn out that way. So I am sure the Ocean City coaches know that, and they're talking, focused every minute of this ball game, because with the speed on the field for the Vikings, never out of a game, doesn't matter.
Jalen Day, the standout wide receiver for Atlantic City, has got 19 catches, over 400 yards already, 6 touchdowns. That's good for number one in the state of New Jersey in yardage. Marvin Burrows putting up a big season so far at quarterback. You mentioned a couple of the Ocean City guys to keep an eye on. Tristan Schmidt, who's really seen a ton of varsity action, starting really almost his freshman year, but he's been running hard so far this year. He's got 3 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards on the ground. Jackson Becker, though, the big story, came in last year as a freshman and split time with a senior, and a lot of times coaching staffs will go with the senior. Becker played a lot of meaningful time last year. Of course, the coaching change in Ocean City this year, Sean Matthews takes over. And for a sophomore, he's a kid already with a ton of experience.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. He had some quality reps at the varsity level, but he's still the man. He's still a sophomore, and he is the man this year. I think it showed a little bit in Oakcrest. The entire team struggled a little bit against Eastern, but boy, did he look good against Lenape. And the Raiders are looking for that momentum to carry over this evening.
All right, captains, as you see at midfield for the coin toss, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back to get this one started right after this from Atlantic City.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
At National Maintenance and Build-Out Company, we provide retail maintenance nationwide and build-out services in the retail sector across the Mid-Atlantic region. Discover what we can do for you. Visit us at nmboc.com.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
The Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is the perfect place for you and your family to stay healthy and fit. From our 25-meter indoor swimming pool to our well-equipped cardio room, we've got you covered. Whether you're looking to lift weights or to get moving in one of our many Group X classes, the Aquatic and Fitness Center has it all. With everything from yoga to cycling, you're sure to find a workout that's fit for you. Come by and find out for yourself why the Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has something for everyone in America's greatest family resort.
If you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff, 609-374-5417. Let the Printing Company bring your ideas to life.
Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com. Pride, passion.
At National Maintenance and Build-Out Company, we provide retail maintenance nationwide and build-out services in the retail sector across the Mid-Atlantic region. Discover what we can do for you. Visit us at nmboc.com.
The Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is the perfect place for you and your family to stay healthy and fit. From our 25-meter indoor swimming pool to our well-equipped cardio room, we've got you covered. Whether you're looking to lift weights or to get moving in one of our many Group X classes, the Aquatic and Fitness Center has it all. With everything from yoga to cycling, you're sure to find a workout that's fit for you. Come by and find out for yourself why the Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has something for everyone in America's greatest family resort.
Ready for kickoff here in Atlantic City. Mike Frankel, Matt Jamison with you here tonight. Ocean City has won the coin toss and elected to defer, so the Vikings will receive the opening kickoff here. A beautiful night by the bay in Atlantic City. Sun setting across from our broadcast position and a nice breeze as well. Vikings in their all navy white uniforms with those white numbers there. They'll be moving right to left on your screen in this first quarter, and Ocean City wearing their white jerseys with black pants. Tristan Schmidt also handling the kicking duties for this team early on in the season. And we are underway in Atlantic City. Fielded by the Vikings right around the 25-yard line. A little bit of room here and a nice return for Atlantic City as they'll set up shop just outside their own 40-yard line. So our first look coming at the Vikings offense. We mentioned some of the names, but they don't mind throwing the football around a little bit. So it's an offense a little bit different than maybe what Ocean City has seen so far this year.
Absolutely, Mike. They want to get the ball to their athletes in space, make something happen.
All right, number 17, Burrows, the quarterback for Atlantic City. And Marvin is a sophomore. Early whistle here as Ocean City had one too many on the field. And now we are ready to go. All right, so Burrows will begin in the shotgun. It's a toss to his right. And Ocean City is all over that one. The toss went out to Ahmad Chambers, but Ocean City stout defensively, and Chambers dropped for a loss.
Mike, that's going to be the theme all night. Ocean City is going to want to funnel everything to the sidelines. What they want to stop is a quick hitter right up the tackle box.
So 2nd down and 11. As Atlantic City already behind the sticks here after the first play. Inside handoff this time, looking for running room, but again, Ocean City is all over it. A number of Red Raiders in on the stop there, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and long coming for the Vikings. One of the players in on that tackle there is number 9, Jake Chapman, who we should be seeing quite a few plays from tonight.
Yeah, Jake Chapman and Aiden Majors, Joe Pancos, they make this defense go. Not to slight any of the other players, but they're the main dudes.
All right, so 3rd and long. We'll call it 3rd and 12 now. Burrows in the gun, looking up top. Surveys the field, goes right down the middle. Had a man underthrown, though, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Cole Desicino. Desicino on the run the other way. He's wrestled down by Tamir Rex. And the Ocean City defense, hang on a second, though. We do have a flag, so we'll sort this out. But as it stands right now, a big early stop and takeaway from the Red Raiders.
Mike, you could almost sense that coming. Marvin Burrows can throw the ball. He also throws interceptions, but he also throws a lot of touchdowns. So, it's a risk-reward issue with the young quarterback.
All right, so face mask is the call against Atlantic City. So it'll be 1st down for Ocean City. So add those 15 yards on to the end of that return from Desicino. Yeah, really Ocean City knowing that Atlantic City had to go down the field there, facing 3rd and long. And maybe a window there to drop that ball in, but it is a breezy night. I'm not sure if that played a factor, but that ball was underthrown. So now we'll get a look at Ocean City on offense. As we mentioned, Becker, the sophomore quarterback, and Tristan Schmidt lined up behind him. So this drive actually begins in plus territory after the penalty. Becker in the gun, man in motion. Fake the handoff, QB draw right up the middle, and that's another component with Becker. He's a tough kid. They list him at 6'1", 205 pounds, and Matt, he can really run it at times as well.
He's a big sophomore, Mike. You hit the nail on the head. And Ocean City wants to hold the ball. They want to hold the ball, keep that offensive Vikings off the field.
So Becker picks up 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 7. Sophomore in the gun once more. Schmidt gets the call this time. The senior. Burrows right up the middle that time. A small gain, a gain of about 2. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5. So just as Atlantic City faced 3rd down moments ago, now a big early 3rd down here for Ocean City.
Yeah, that defensive line is big for Atlantic City. And, Mike, interesting, they're facing that same wide 3-4 that they faced the last 2 weeks. So this is nothing new to the Ocean City coaches and players, this defensive front.
So possibly 4-down territory here. We'll see what happens on 3rd. Again, they're in plus territory. They need to get to the 37 for a first. Becker fakes the handoff. Contact right near the sticks. It looks like he'll be short, about 2 yards short. And that'll bring up a 4th down and an early decision here from Sean Matthews and Ocean City.
I think we know the decision.
Yeah, certainly at the high school level, you're in this area of the field, you're going for it as Ocean City's offense stays on the field. Becker looking to the sideline for the call. Just over 3 minutes in here, Ocean City facing 4th and 2. As the sophomore will stay in the gun, he's got 2 receivers to his right, Schmidt in the backfield. Becker claps his hands, gives off to Schmidt. Schmidt met with some contact, and the Vikings hold him. So a takeaway for Ocean City and a turnover on downs as the Vikings defense answers the bell.
Yeah, they sure did, and that Vikings defense is going to be tough to run in between the tackles. Ocean City's testing it, not a lot of success, and like you said, Mike, they came up big on that 4th and 2.
All right, so the second opportunity of the night here for the Vikings as the offense comes back out onto the field. It'll be Burrows again at quarterback. In the backfield behind him would be Kyrie Barksdale, who's got almost 200 yards rushing so far this season. We'll see some other backs tonight as well. They go to him. Barksdale, plenty of room right up the middle, first down and more, and he's already across the 50. He hits the hole hard, and it's number 5, Barksdale, with the first down run.
Mike, that's what I was talking about. That's what Ocean City cannot afford, to have the ball go right through the tackle box like that.
Atlantic City wants to go quickly, and they get Ocean City to jump. So night and day, these first 2 drives so far. Atlantic City moving backwards and then turning it over, but a big first down run, and now they catch Ocean City with the mental mistake. It'll be first down and 5 upcoming. So they march off the 5 yards. And just like that, the Vikings are on the move. 3 receivers out here to the left, 1 to the right. Burrows. Quick pass near side, got a man. It's Rex, Tamir Rex. And it looks like Rex has enough for the first down. He does by a wide margin. And it's another first down for the Vikings as they're finding their rhythm.
They certainly are, and it's a simple formula. Get their athletes the ball in space.
Tamir Rex, now a senior, also a key member of the Vikings basketball team. Burrows wants to go. He's got Barksdale in the backfield. Barksdale has it, trying to get around the right side, but this time Atlantic City is up to the challenge. Barksdale, short gain that time. Gain of about 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And Chapman set the edge there. It was a nice play by Jake Chapman.
Approaching 7.5 to go here in the first. A couple of 2-1 teams going at it here. Burrows, shotgun snap, hands it off. And a nice tackle before that play could really go to the outside that time. As it looked like that was number 4, Aiden Majors with the stop for Ocean City. It'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Ocean City needs a lot of plays from Aiden Majors and Joe Pancoast.
On the carry that time for Atlantic City was Ahmad Chambers. Again, we'll see a couple different running backs featured for AC. It's Chambers in the backfield here on 3rd down. 2 receivers left, 1 split to the right. Burrows looking left, fires over the middle. He's got a man, and that should be enough for another first down. So Dante Thompson with his first catch of the night, the standout sophomore. Thompson, another 2-sport athlete, and he is a highly regarded sophomore. So Atlantic City wants to go quick. They're already back to the line. And now they'll slow things down and look to the sideline. Head coach Keenan Wright. Burrows. Hands it off this time. Plenty of room near side and going in for the touchdown. Number 22, Ahmad Chambers. And Atlantic City strikes first. Chambers really, once he was through the line, Matt, had 1 man to beat, able to do so, and really too easy if you're Ocean City.
Yeah, the Vikings really set the tone with the stop on 4th down, and they basically went down the field, Mike. And if Atlantic City's players get in the open field, it's a 1-on-1. It's not good for Ocean City.
So Chambers in for the score. Atlantic City lines up to go for 2. Burrows. And this pass is picked off. And again, at the high school level, that would be it. So intercepted down there. Heads up play by number 11 for Ocean City. That's Cole Gareffi.
Nice play.
And 6-0 Atlantic City with 6:26 to go here in the first. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. You can improve your cooking, baking, chess, and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they are committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com. So a tale of two drives for Atlantic City. Going nowhere the first time around, but slicing right through that Ocean City defense to take that 6-0 lead. And now it'll be the Red Raiders trying to answer as Atlantic City gets set to send this one away. 3 players deep for Ocean City, including Schmidt right in the middle there, hoping to get a touch here on the kickoff return. All right, Vikings ready to go. Rex toe pokes it right down the middle. Kind of bounces in no man's land. Fielded at the 25, though. A little bit of room. Again, that's number 11, Gareffi, on the return. And he almost makes his way to the 40, so solid starting field position for the Red Raiders here on this next drive.
Yeah, nice job by Gareffi gathering that ball, getting some positive yardage. I'm sure Coach Wright from Atlantic City, he needed, after the Cedar Creek game, I'm sure they're very pleased with how the offense on that second possession really went right down the field.
For Atlantic City, a lot of it is just taking care of the football. You know, if they win the turnover battle, they can move the ball down the field. And that's basically what we've seen through 2 drives so far, either a turnover or a touchdown. Now Ocean City trying to answer. As again, it's Becker in the gun. Man in motion. That's Compton right to left. Handoff to Schmidt. And again, he runs into that big Atlantic City front. That play going nowhere. No gain on the play.
Mike, Atlantic City's defense is basically saying you have to throw the ball. Their safety is 9 yards off the ball. They're man-to-man on the outside receivers. Ocean City has to throw the ball.
2nd down and 10. No gain on the play as Schmidt was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but nothing more. Late substitution here for Ocean City as Becker awaits the shotgun snap. Ocean City yet to throw the ball here tonight. 2 receivers near side. Becker, he will look up top this time. Nobody home. Tries to find a seam. Becker takes off. And he muscles forward close to the 45. Actually, they'll mark him down closer to the 43. And that pocket held up that time, Matt. Just nowhere to throw the football. Becker did the only thing he could, which is run for a few to set up a manageable 3rd down.
Absolutely. You know, why take a risk? It's early in the game. The ball's basically in, the neutral zone of the field. It was a nice play, heads-up play.
All right, so 3rd down and 6 here. Ocean City needs to get to its own 49-yard line, so just shy of midfield. Becker looking toward the sideline, getting the play. They'll go 4 wide here. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Empty backfield besides the QB, Becker. Becker looking left at first. First option not there. Flushed out of the pocket. Has to get rid of it. He's able to do so, applying pressure in the backfield that time for Atlantic City. Looks like that was number 13, who we will try to update you on momentarily as he's not on our roster. But good pressure up the middle from Atlantic City, and that forces a punting situation for Ocean City.
Number 13 is Austin.
Okay. Update on that. Kanai Austin with the pressure there, forcing the throwaway. Thompson standing at his own 30, and Ocean City in punt formation. Low kick, skips off the turf. Chapman scrambles to get it. Can he get a punt away? Unable to do so. It's blocked. All kinds of trouble for Ocean City. The low snap leads to the block, and Atlantic City will take over in the red zone on the 12-yard line, automatically in business.
I'm not sure if something's wrong with Ryan Hendricks, but he's usually the punter. And if my eyes saw it correctly,
it was Chapman. he really had no chance. In fact, he did well to scramble back and scoop that ball up. At that point, you got to try to punt it, but just way too much pressure as Atlantic City was all over it. So again, sort of a self-inflicted wound for Ocean City as the low snap leads to the outstanding field position here for the Vikings. So again, 1st and 10 here. Looks like a wildcat formation this time. It'll be Rex. Man in motion. Rex will keep it himself. Tamir sticks a foot in the ground, dips the shoulder. Somebody lost a helmet there for Ocean City. It's Cole Desicino, so he'll have to come off for a play. And really no gain on the play there for the Vikings as the Red Raiders cat formation. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this is the Ocean City's defense really has to step up here. The Wildcat formation did not
Flag on the play, which is going to be actually against Atlantic City. Didn't see it at first. Referee's still giving signals here, so maybe a break here for Ocean City. They haven't moved the football back yet. I didn't see it. It could be offsetting. I didn't see any point in the direction of Ocean City. Still trying. Yeah, now they are moving the football back. Atlantic City was lined up ready to go. They didn't make the penalty.
Yeah.
But, of course, the choice was not up to them. So this will back them up all the way back to the 27-yard line. So, again, Atlantic City has to get inside the 5 here. So, and 2nd down, too, as it was after the play. So Burrows, quick pass out to the far side. And not a whole lot out there. So Jalen Day on the catch.
Great pursuit by the Ocean City defense, and they have to do that all night, every minute of this game.
So Atlantic City, all of a sudden, almost gifted a scoring opportunity now. Now it's 3rd and long and work to do. Obviously 4-down territory, but they need a ton of yards here to try to get the first. They got 2 plays to do it. 4 receivers to the left. Burrows goes to one of them. He's got a man in the flat, but just not a lot of room out there. As the roster we printed out not holding up, that's Vish Turner on the catch. But really nowhere for Turner to go, so 4th and long upcoming.
Is defending this series extremely well. They're flying to the ball, they're pursuing the ball. Look for Atlantic City to come back with some kind of counter action.
All right, so 4th and long. The Vikings need the 3-yard line. And right now, they're close to the 20. So you need about 16, 17 yards here. Burrows, quick pass over the middle, and the timing just not there that time as Rex can't haul it in. So the Ocean City defense put in a really tough spot, bailed out a little bit by that Vikings penalty, but either way, the Red Raiders hold, and a big hold there to not go down by 2 scores.
Absolutely, Mike. That could turn the momentum towards Ocean City's favor. Getting back to a comment I made a little bit earlier about throwing the ball, that certainly was not meant to be a coaching point. Coaches know they're going to have to throw the ball to be able to compete with Atlantic City this evening.
All right, so here come the Red Raiders once more. 6-0 score, Atlantic City on top. 2:43 remaining here in the first. A couple of 2-1 teams going at it here in week 3. Both of them playing, of course, in that week 0. 4 wide, 2 on each side. Becker, again, pressure up the middle, runs to his right, keeps it this time, and he's brought down, looks like about a 1-yard loss, so it'll be a sack, but just no one open. Pressure up the middle. Becker, again, we've seen it a couple times now, running out to his right, and that time really unable to pick up anything. In fact, he lost a couple, so a sack for the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings interior, the 3 big guys right there, they're tackle, nose tackle, they're shutting down the run. And Atlantic City's bringing pressure with their defensive ends, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call it, on the edge. And that's what's flushing him out of that pocket.
Big number 99, Newsome up the middle for Atlantic City. And his friends causing some havoc in there. So second and long, Ocean City behind the sticks. Becker, a design rollout to his left, throws a pass, has a man, and it's caught for a first down. That's Clay Compton. And Matt, Compton's a guy who only has a few catches this season. He split time as a running back a year ago, so adjusting to a new role. Double coverage there, but Becker able to find him in a nice catch from the senior.
Clay Compton can do it all. He can block, he runs precise routes, he can run the ball. And what a throw by Becker, Mike. That was a nice throw by the sophomore.
So just what the doctor ordered there for the Red Raiders. First down as Compton makes the catch. Yeah, two players for the Vikings out there, but Becker just put it in a great spot. So fresh set of downs here for OC, approaching 1 minute to go in the first. Another design rollout to the right. Time. And this is actually number 10 in a quarterback for this play. That's Trent Ocello for Ocean City. So I wasn't sure what happened to Becker at the end of that previous play. We'll keep an eye on it. But Ocello in at the moment here for Ocean City. So something to keep an eye on. He's staying on the field for another play. So again, it's number 10, Trent Ocello, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore, listed as a quarterback and linebacker. He'll get another down here. Handoff, Schmidt. Good cutback there by Tristan Schmidt. That play was about to go nowhere, and the senior savvy enough to shift gears a little bit and pick up 3.
Well, Atlantic City now sitting in cover 2. So there's one less defender to offer run support. So the coaches from Ocean City have seen that. It's a nice, safe play for the backup quarterback. Not really sure what's going on. We're going to find out.
Yeah, that's how the first quarter will come to an end. Again, we're scanning the sideline over there. We'll try to update you on the situation with Becker when we come right back. But after 1, Atlantic City on top of Ocean City, 6-0.
And persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com. Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk.
All right, second quarter action here in Atlantic City. Ocean City facing 3rd and 7 here. And backup quarterback Trent Ocello remains in the game to begin the quarter. Ocello, pressure up the middle and a sack. Number 21 for Atlantic City, Lendell Wilson, the senior, storming up the middle. And that'll force another Ocean City punt.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who handles the punting duties. Chapman's going back.
So now certainly an Atlantic City front and that linebacking core that's already sort of had its way up front. They see a backup quarterback in there. They're going to send numbers. That was the case there. And you're right, it's Chapman once again trying to punt the opposite way this time. Clean snap, clean catch, gets this one away. Decent kick too. It'll float. And fair catch made by number 1 Thompson, just on the other side of the 50, as we'll get another look at the Vikings offense. At Boulevard Super Liquors on Roosevelt Boulevard in Marmora, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard is just 676 steps away from Ocean City, right off exit 25 of the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they've employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes. They form a courteous staff ready to help you find what you need quickly and get you on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300 or check out their new website at superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938. All right, so Atlantic City just shy of the 50 here. Burrows, we got flags coming out, and this one should back up Atlantic City 5 here, and it will. You do notice right away, though, Matt, the numbers on the outside for Atlantic City. You know, you don't see a ton of high school offenses operate with 4 wide. Sometimes they had 4 on one side, that time 2 on each side, but they like to keep things spread and try to get their guys in space.
They sure do, and Ocean City is staying in their cover, too.
So Burrows in the gun. Looks like Atlantic City may try to run the same play here. They keep it on the ground this time. And back close to the original line of scrimmage is the running back that time. 27 on the carry. Excuse me, that's Joseph Rios. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Mike, that was a hand back play. It's a type of a counter play. So they're trying to catch Ocean City's pursuit.
Burrows, quick pass. Rex running sideways and then leans forward. Picks up 4 on the play. He crosses midfield as Tamir Rex has another reception. Good pursuit there from Ocean City. It'll be 3rd and about 6. Burrows, again going quickly, lobbing far side. Got a man, but it's intercepted again. 2nd INT of the night for Ocean City, as the Red Raiders pull in another one. It's like that was number 31 on the catch there, Matt. we gotta update our rosters here. Don't see one listed.
No, we're up here high, and that's on the far point of the field. It's tough for us to see.
Heck of a play, though.
It sure was. The Ocean City defender intercepted that ball at the height of the pass. It looked like Burrows had the flanker for a moment, and the Ocean City player really got some nice height on that interception.
Yeah, we'll try to give him a shout out. We'll track down that name for you again. I guess we're working with somewhat outdated rosters here, but we're adjusting on the fly like these teams are. 1st and 10 for Ocean City. They keep it on the ground. It's Schmidt. And again, you have to earn every yard in there tonight. Schmidt doing his best. He picks up 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Mike Becker's in the game. His ankle's taped, and he is clearly hobbled.
Yeah, great update there as he is back on the field, but went out after that completion and must have taken a pop or rolled something sort of while that play was in progress. So we saw the backup quarterback Ocello, but now Becker trying to tough it out. 2nd and long here. Man in motion, right to left. Becker takes the handoff. He's got a man over the middle, but he didn't have the time. Pressure up the middle from Atlantic City. Ball is fumbled on the play. It looked like the Red Raiders got on top of it. And it'll be 2nd. Check that, 3rd and long. The officials talking about whether that was an incomplete pass, and that's what they say. It was close. It was bang, bang. Incomplete pass is the call, so Ocean City actually catches a break there and saves them some yardage. So it'll stay 3rd and 8. So another key 3rd down upcoming here for Ocean City. Big question early on here, Matt. Can that offensive line hold up? They're going to try again here. 3rd and long. Decent protection. Becker has time. He's going deep. 1-on-1. And good coverage down the field there for Atlantic City, as that was number 22, Chambers. Pass intended there for number 7, Ragazzi, but Chambers able to high point it there and knock it down.
Yeah. So, Mike, prior to the injury, what Ocean City started to do, they started to sprint out or roll the pocket out to get away from that pressure. They even did it with the backup quarterback, Ocello. It's obvious that Becker can't do that. So you're right. The O-line has to really afford him protection.
So it's Chapman once again handling punting duties, at least so far here tonight. Another clean snap, clean punt. This one more of a low spinning kick. Could be trouble on the back end. Thompson scoops it up, and good contain there by Ocean City as he is dropped short of the 45. Ocean City Cars and Trucks has been servicing the area for decades with first-class treatment. If the dozens of quality used cars on their lot aren't what you were looking for, they'll send their associates out to find what you want and bring it to you. Ocean City Cars and Trucks is at 1120 Asbury Avenue. You can call them at 609-391-0052. As former customers have posted what an outstanding experience in purchasing a car, they go the distance to satisfy the customer and are experienced and pleasant. There is no better car dealer in the area. When you need a car or truck, make Harry and Todd your first stop. Call Ocean City Cars and Trucks, 1120 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. 9:17 to go here in the half. Atlantic City with that 6-0 lead, and with the football once again, a late substitution here, as it's number 8 for Atlantic City. Gerard Barnes hustling into the play. That guardian cap, you're seeing a little bit more at the high school level. Handoff, though, they keep it on the ground, and again, Ocean City is all over it. Number of players in on the stop, including for Ocean City. Number 54 for the Red Raiders, Ethan O'Reilly, the 188-pound senior, but a good first down stop for OC.
Ethan O'Reilly is playing a really good defensive end for Ocean City lately.
Okay, Atlantic City wants to go tempo. This time it's going to be Burrows under center. We haven't seen a ton of this here tonight. He'll hand it off. And again, Ocean City meets the ball carrier at the line. Ocean City with some numbers there up front. And tempo not working for the Vikings that time. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we have Aaron Desch in there plugging up the middle. And that's the play, Mike, that Ocean City has to stop. That quick hitter right up the middle. He breaks the tackle box like they did on the touchdown or the long run before the touchdown. It's trouble for Ocean City.
Yeah, flag came in on the far side, too. It was thrown behind a player. Didn't see it initially, but it's against Atlantic City, and it's a hold. So 2nd and 19 all of a sudden, as Ocean City will obviously take that penalty. So the Vikings getting things organized on offense once again. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Burrows gets Rex in motion. He'll toss it to him on the jet sweep action. Rex trying to get to the sideline and eventually wrestled out of bounds. Nice gain on the play, but it'll still be 3rd down and long as Rex gets out just past his own 40-yard line.
Yeah, they got the perimeter on that play, Mike. A really good block out there by the wideout. I missed the number, but he really held the corner support.
All right, so can Ocean City force Atlantic City off the field again? They've done so twice via the interception. 3rd and 11. Burrows, quick pass, near side, got a man and got some yards after the catch. But Ocean City rallies to the football. That's number 33 for the Red Raiders, Mike Marsick, and Atlantic City will be short of the sticks.
Excellent play. Marsick came in from his safety position, I believe, and really made a nice play because Rex, I believe it was Rex, he was starting to get his motor running.
So number 10 for Atlantic City in punt formation. And Ocean City has to be careful here. It's 4th and 4, so you definitely don't want to jump up front. See if Atlantic City tries to get him to go. Nope, just a clean snap, low, fielded. Punt is away. Line drive kick, bouncing. And this is a near perfect punt. How about that? Coffin corner as that punt from number 10 for Atlantic City, exclusive Dublin, thrust into punting duties tonight. And he pins the Red Raiders at the 4. Not going to see a better punt than that at the high school level.
No, sir. And it took a bounce, and I thought it was going to be a touchback. And like you said, Mike, boom, right into the corner.
Got golf on the brain? I know I do. There's no better time to golf than now. There's no better membership option out there than the Ron Jaworski Golf Eagle Pass membership. Go to ronjaworskigolf.com. Learn how you can belong to 7 courses for the price of 1. You heard that correctly. 7 courses for the price of 1. This golf membership is an amazing value, great variety that allows playing privileges to individual, family, and corporate memberships at all of Jaworski's award-winning golf courses. So Ocean City with some field in front of it. 96 yards to be exact. First things first, though. 1st and 10. As the sun continues to set. Beautiful night by the bay here at AC High. Again, it's the quarterback, Becker, trying to tough it out here with that injury. He's got the ankle taped, waiting in the shotgun. Becker wants to go quick near side. Now he's going to go up top. Compton, and good coverage on the play for Atlantic City as that pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I think Ocean City tried to catch Atlantic City. They're sleeping a little bit, assuming they were going to run the ball right up the middle like I thought they were going to. And just overthrew them a little bit.
So 2nd and 10, stops the clock, 7:01 remaining here in the second quarter. Again, the early touchdown from Chambers on the 20-yard touchdown run. And those are the only points on the scoreboard so far. It'll be Schmidt in the backfield. Regazi, the wide out to the near side. Compton, split wide to the far side. Becker, again. Got to be careful here. He's dancing around in his own end zone, looking for Regazi, who didn't get turned around. Atlantic City wanting a holding call there. Didn't get it. Ocean City, that front, holding up there. All kinds of time, but you need two sides of that play, and no one able to get open on the back end of that thing for the Red Raiders.
Well, what's happening, Mike, is they're affording their injured quarterback max protection, and they only have two receivers out in pattern. And Atlantic City had it well covered.
Yeah, dangerous as Becker has to avoid the safety here. He's operating out of the shotgun, catching this ball in his own end zone. So 3rd and 10 here. Clock obviously stopped again. Ocean City gets 4 wide this time, so there goes the max protection. Becker will look to get rid of it relatively quickly. Here comes the pressure off the edge. Becker flush to his right, throws it up for grabs, and really fortunate there. And here comes some flags as Ryan Hendricks was brought down at the tail end of that play, and this could be a defensive pass interference call against AC.
Really didn't have to do that. Of course, if you're an Atlantic City fan, you're saying that ball was not catchable, but it was in the vicinity.
It was in the area, no doubt. But you're also correct, as I don't think Hendricks was going to be able to get turned around and get to that ball. I mean, Becker, he had to get rid of it, and at first you thought, wow, that's trouble. But he did put it in an area where it was really going to be maybe his man or the turf, and Ocean City catches a break with the defensive pass interference. So all of a sudden, Ocean City out from the shadow of its own goalposts, some room behind them, out near the 20, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Becker hands it off, Tristan Schmidt trying to bounce it outside, and again falls forward, but just not a whole lot there. Maybe a half a yard, not much more.
The Atlantic City coaches are a good coaching staff. They know all they have to do is defend a run against Ocean City. They got a hobbled quarterback. So yeah, it's going to be tough running the ball.
Kenai Austin, one of the players in on the stop for the Vikings. 2nd and 10 here for Ocean City. Compton, the receiver to the near side. Regazi, split wide to the right. Schmidt in the backfield. Becker looking Compton's way. He's got him. Compton makes the catch at the 45. Now he puts on the brakes for a moment to get around a man. He's out past the 50. And a big splash play there for Ocean City. The second big catch of the night for Clay Compton. He's been a standout so far for the Raiders.
Yeah, Mike, when you look at the Raiders, if you're an opposing coaching staff, there's, okay, you got Mike Regazi, 6'5", can run. On the other side, you have Ryan Hendricks. Compton's definitely the third option, and he's coming through for the Raiders tonight.
5'8", 174 pounds again. Seeing time as mostly a running back a year ago, but shaking free there. Becker able to find him. Now it's Schmidt up the middle. Bounces into his own man up front. And again, really play goes nowhere. You got to give Schmidt credit for getting back to the line because there's contact in the backfield, but no positive yardage there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Like Atlantic City has some big bodies at that nose tackle position. We're talking 310 pounds, number 99. You have number 51 at 6'3", 250.
Sun continuing to set here as we'll adjust our camera momentarily. There it is. Becker waiting for the snap. 2nd and 10. Handoff to Schmidt. And again, they try to go up the middle. And again, Atlantic City says no thank you to that. Number of players in on the stop there for Atlantic City, including number 21, Lendell Wilson. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Second big play Wilson made spot, that linebacker spot.
So that play actually goes for a 1-yard loss. So the tackle for loss for Wilson. And now Ocean City facing 3rd and 11. Clock moving. 4:18 to go here in the half. Becker. Pressure up the middle, screen play, and Atlantic City blows it up. Flag comes in late in the area of an offensive hold as the catch was made by Schmidt, but Atlantic City simply all over that one. Let's see what the call is here. Looks to be a hold. It is a hold against Ocean City. Vikings will decline. It'll set up 4th and long.
Yeah, it would have been a sack if he didn't hold the edge.
So maybe a decision here for Ocean City. It does look like the punting unit is coming on. They're well behind the down and distance here. It's 3rd and 11. Check that 4th and 11, of course, after that penalty is declined. So it is the punting unit back out on the field. And again, it's Jake Chapman. It's been a little bit of an adventure back there. Low snap on the first punt attempt led to a block. Last 2 have been clean. Here's Chapman again. Chapman drops it this time, able to pick it up and send it away. Heads up play there, bouncing, and then fielded. This is number 1 for Atlantic City, Thompson. Thompson still on the run, and Thompson is loose. Dante Thompson down the sideline, all the way in for the touchdown. Scanning the field, I don't see any flags. I think Ocean City, Matt, thought that Thompson wasn't going to field that. There were 3 Red Raiders in the area, but Thompson scooped it up, beat that first line, and then you see some of the sensational athletic ability from this highly regarded sophomore.
Absolutely. That's exactly what happened, Mike, and I wouldn't doubt that, maybe some of the Raiders in their lanes relaxed a little bit. I was about to say, what a great punt. They're going to pin them down on the 2-yard line. Next thing I know, it looks like the return man was shot out of a rocket.
Yeah, I think Ocean City, as they go for 2 here, Atlantic City does. Jet sweep action, Ocean City trying to string it out, but that'll be Jalen Day in for 2, and that'll make it 14-0. And again, I think Ocean City just kind of assuming that Thompson wasn't going to field that, but he did. And the rest so far is history. 14-0 with 3:35 to go here in the second. More than 400 crafters, food vendors, and entertainers will line a mile of downtown Asbury Avenue between 5th Street and 14th Street on October 11th. The Ocean City Fall Block Party will feature entertainers and bands at various spots along the avenue between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The Ocean City Fall Block Party, October 11th, starting at 9 a.m. Remember, Ocean City is twice as nice in the fall.
So you can imagine, Mike, this is high school football. Your punter can't go. All right, who can punt? They have open auditions. And, Chapman, who plays defensive end, he's a defensive lineman. And like you said, it was an adventure with the snap. It was a good snap. Chapman gathered it, punted the ball well, and then the coverage breaks down. It has to be extremely frustrating for the Ocean City coaching staff, that chain of events.
And I think if you're Atlantic City, almost any kid in South Jersey, you don't want him fielding that ball back there. But if you got Dante Thompson, you might as well roll the dice, because if he can get going, you're not going to catch him. And that's exactly what happened for the Vikings there. All right, so now Ocean City in a deep hole here, 14-0, still 3:35 to go in the half. So an opportunity for Ocean City to maybe put a possession here together, and then it's a smart play at the other end there as Gareffi lets that bounce out of bounds. So it'll be good starting field position upcoming here for Ocean City. And we'll see what the Red Raiders can do. Again, Red Raiders did defer on the opening kickoff, so they will receive the ball to begin the second half. So kind of a 2-for-1 maybe setting up here. It looks like Ocean City is actually going to make Atlantic City re-kick, so we'll do this again.
And Gareffi made some nice plays so far in this first half. Number number 11.
Yeah, heads up play there to let that one bounce out of bounds. Of course, you have the option to take the yardage or take the yardage and re-kick, and that's what Ocean City is going to do here. So it'll be number 2 for AC, Tamir Rex. Again, we got a couple kickers in this game that also play at the skill positions, non-traditional kickers, if you will. But this is Rex, who obviously his calling card is playing the outside. But he's going to have to boot this one away from the 35 this time. And again, whistles come in.
They've been offsides.
So Atlantic City just moving the wrong direction here on this kickoff, as they'll have to do it once more. But the field position, assuming, continuing to get better here for Ocean City. Again, plenty of time, 3:35 to go here in the half. Ocean City has its full complements of timeouts, as Atlantic City does too. But now Rex is going to have to toe poke this one from the 30. Senior tees it up. Beautiful sunset to the right of our broadcast position here. And things going beautifully so far for Atlantic City. All right, so Rex, take 3. Pretty decent kick. Again, angling toward the sideline. It'll stay in, and this time Gareffi has to field it. Back near his 15. Gets out to the 20, and he won't get much further, as Atlantic City did well to pin Ocean City deep after that kickoff kept moving back. But this drive will begin for Ocean City just outside the 20.
Heck of a kick by Rex, Mike.
Sometimes those toe pokes, they do the job, right? They're not pretty, but they're effective. And especially at high school, when you can kick the ball down there and it kind of lands between levels, and you make the returning team make some decisions. Normally it's not a guy out there who's necessarily used to returning a ton of kicks. So Atlantic City, job well done on special teams. And here we go with Ocean City once again. You got a quarterback in Becker who's hobbled. You can see it as he hustles onto the field. As you mentioned, Matt, he's got that left ankle heavily taped. He's got Schmidt in the backfield alongside him. One receiver to the left, one to the right. It's Compton out wide to the right. Hendricks in motion, left to right. They give it to him. Trick play. Hendricks is going to throw. Going for Compton. And good coverage on the play that time by Kyrie Barksdale, as Matthews and company dip into the bag of tricks, but Atlantic City was ready.
Yeah, and Ryan Hendricks actually, I think it was his sophomore year, came in when Bailey got hurt. So he has played quarterback 2 years ago, albeit, but he has played some quarterback.
Yeah, nice touch on that ball. Just really good coverage. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. 3:23 remaining here in the second. Ocean City getting lined up. They got 2 receivers right this time. One to the near side, Becker. Goes up top. He's got a man down the sideline. Again, step for step, though, as Rex did a nice job to take that one away. For Ocean City, that was Troy Amstutz trying to work free down the sideline. But Rex, again, as we mentioned, just kind of step for step, nowhere to put that football.
Yeah, and I think Troy had a little difficulty tracking that ball, and he started to hand fight with the defender. I think if he would have kept his stride, he would have been in a little better position. But it was a nice ball by Becker, all things considered.
Yeah, Becker gave him a chance, but again, just step for step, no separation. 3:18 remaining, 3rd and 10. Now Ocean City just needs 10 yards to get a first here, keep the drive going. Regazi, and that pass is too high. So that time Becker is off target, as Regazi obviously with the height advantage there over Rex, but the incompletion brings up 4th down, and now all of a sudden Atlantic City will get another crack at this thing before halftime.
Yeah, and Atlantic City's defense is dictating what Ocean City's offense is doing. If you're an Ocean City fan, you're saying, well, why are they throwing the ball so much? Well, they have a hobbled quarterback, and they're basically saying you got to throw the ball. They're taking away the run.
So Thompson waiting near midfield. Chapman almost went down to a knee to catch that. That was really, really close. sails out of bounds, and it'll be great field position here for the Vikings as that ball sails out at the 40-yard line in plus territory. Wow, that was really close to Chapman dropping that knee all the way. He was able to keep it off the turf, though. But a short field in front of the Vikings here.
Yeah, a lot of time, like you said, Mike, on the clock for the EC Vikings.
3:08 remaining for Atlantic City to work with. And if you're Ocean City, this is danger territory here. Got to ask your defense to try to come up with another stop. Remember, one of the touchdowns came on special teams, so Ocean City defensively has been pretty stout tonight, aside from the early touchdown. In fact, they had a short field to defend on numerous occasions. They've been able to do so, but that's the scenario again here. Burrows in the gun. He'll hand it off. Short gain up the middle. Tackle made up there by number 75 for Ocean City. That's Andrew DeFeo. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, big number 75, Andrew DeFeo, has been playing a really good defensive tackle for the Raiders.
Burrows in the gun once more. Chambers, again in the backfield. He had the carry a moment ago. Gets closer to 4 on that first run. It's called 2nd and 6. Burrows kept it that time. Bounces off a defender. He's still on his feet. Burrows picks up about 3 on that play.
That's once again, Atlantic City ball carrier once on that punt return, and Burrows right here. Ocean City's right there to make the play, and the Atlantic City ball carrier seems to wiggle away.
So 3rd and short. We'll call it 3rd and 3. Burrows, low throw, and again, just the timing a little bit off there. I think Rex would have had an easy time catching that, but the throw maybe came in a half second too soon. So it'll set up a 4th down now for the Vikings. A couple scores coming in from around South Jersey, thanks to Tom Williams. Shawnee over Rancocas Valley, 7-0 in the second. Winslow over St. Augustine, 7-6 here in the second. Millville over Washington Township, 10-7. 4th and short, big play here. Burrows looks to his right, goes up top, got a man, he overthrew him. As Jalen Day had the step, Matt, that would have been 6, but that ball just had a little bit too much air underneath it.
Yeah, and Ryan Hendricks, who is Ocean City's cover corner, I think you shared with us earlier in the broadcast, he's the leading receiver in the state, so Hendricks has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, it's a tough ask out there. That time it was number 3, Day, getting the step. But again, Burrows just putting a little bit too much air into that one. So Ocean City catches a break. It's what the Red Raiders needed. They get the stop. And again, because of so many passing plays and runner going out of bounds, there's still 2:28 to work with. So plenty of time for Ocean City with those 3 timeouts. We've seen a couple big plays from Ocean City tonight, both to Compton. But other than that, it's been tough sledding in the run and the pass game. Becker, Schmidt, looking for a hole, and it's just simply not there. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Ran into a sea of humanity there.
So clock running right now. Ocean City content to let it run as the 2nd down play call comes in. Everybody looking to the sideline. Now the play does come in. 2nd and 10 here. A couple players hustling over the near side. It's Compton and Amstutz. Out wide. Schmidt, of course, in the backfield, flanking Becker. Becker to Schmidt. Tristan sidesteps it. He's got a burst. Here goes Tristan Schmidt. First real time tonight that he's broken free like that. He's shy of 1st down yardage, but a gain of 9. It'll be 3rd and short.
And that's a designed cutback play. Ocean City might be thinking twice about running, directly right at that TNT from Atlantic City. That play was there.
Timeout on the field here. As I thought maybe it was taken by Ocean City. Now the official is saying it's my time. So he's going to talk with Atlantic City head coach Keenan Wright for a moment. Figure out what was going on. We do have a timeout on the field, though. So while they're taking care of that, Chance to remind you that things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. You can improve your cooking, baking, chess, and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006 at RJH. They are committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to get their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote at 609-630-4569 or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com.
Mike, if I had to guess why Coach Wright's so animated down there, very upset, is Ocean City's left tackle seemed to move a little bit early on that play, on that run by Schmidt. And he's not happy with that lines coach.
Again, I wasn't sure who called that timeout. They still have 3 on the board for each team. In theory, it would be Ocean City, but you did see the referee sort of give the signal that it was his timeout. So we'll come back to that. The clock is running, though. Now we're down under a minute. 3rd and short. Ocean City waiting. So interesting scenario here, Matt, as Ocean City is bleeding the clock in no particular hurry, continuing to wait. We're down under 40 seconds. And a couple schools of thought here. I mean, at one, you're kind of close. Obviously, you're very close to a first down there. You get one here. You got plenty of time. You got your timeouts. But they let the clock run down to 37 seconds, and now they're going to talk about it.
I would think, Mike, they want to talk about making this first down and getting out of this half 14-0. I could be absolutely wrong, but they're talking over responsibilities and make this first down and then see what happens.
So timeout on the field. Officially, according to the scoreboard, that is Ocean City's first timeout. It'll be 3rd and 1 here. Ocean City needs a yard. As the offense is back out onto the field. So it'll be Becker in the gun. Schmidt to his left. 2 men in motion for the Raiders. Snap. Becker wasn't ready for it, and now the flag comes in. So this should push Ocean City back even further. And a little bit of a mess here for the Red Raiders in the waning moments of the first half. So it'll be 2nd, check that, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, so the Ocean City center has been doing an excellent job so far in this game. He has that big number 99 on him, and the communication just wasn't there. They traded the H-back into tight end, and the ball was snapped prematurely. Obvious confusion.
All right, so 36 seconds remaining, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 6. Again, Atlantic City has all of its timeouts. Becker ready for the snap, hands it off. Schmidt trying to bounce to the outside, and it's just not there. Losing his helmet on the tackle, but making that tackle is Jaden Hemphill. So Hemphill makes the stop. 4th down for Ocean City. Timeout Atlantic City. And it comes with 20 seconds remaining in the half. Chance to remind you that Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora. The Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard, 676 steps away from Ocean City, right off of exit 25 at the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they have employed hundreds of former Ocean City High School athletes. They form a courteous staff that's ready to help you find what you need quickly and then get you on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10 p.m. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300 or check out their new website at superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938. So another punting situation here for Ocean City. And again, even with just a few seconds left, And there are more than that. There's 20 on the clock. Plenty of time for very dangerous Dante Thompson to make something happen back there. So Ocean City has to be careful here on this punt. Chapman in punt formation. If memory serves, this will be his 5th punt of the night. Clean snap, clean catch. Chapman, clean kick. And he angles it toward the sideline. So everything perfect on that punt. Clean snap, clean catch, as we said, and then you don't give the dangerous Thompson an opportunity to do anything.
And that was a quick snap, Mike. It was, I believe it was 4th and about 8, 4th and 7. So even if Atlantic City jumped off sides, it would have been a first down. So I think Atlantic City was coming after it, but that quick snap neutralized that.
All right, so we'll see what Atlantic City elects to do here. 15 seconds on the clock. A couple of timeouts. But Vikings could also elect to run some kind of a draw or even take a knee here. And it looks like they will take a knee. The offensive coordinator taking his headset off to our left. Should have been a dead ringer, but I wanted to let it play out on the field. Ocean City getting a couple players deep just in case, but there is the knee. Looks like Ocean City will not use its timeouts. And that is how the first half comes to an end. So it's really been all Atlantic City so far here tonight. On the scoreboard, much more evenly played, but the scoreboard is what matters. 14-0. Your impressions of the first half? Couple big plays, and that's been the difference for Atlantic City.
Yeah, Mike, Atlantic City's ability to generate points from the big play is evident. Ocean City really has their work cut out for them. They're a running ball control team. Their quarterback, I believe, is the leading rusher, or he's very close to being the leading rusher. He's hobbled right now. So they got to get that pass game going. Atlantic City knows that. They're going to play the run and force Ocean City to throw the ball. So they have some adjustments to make.
All right, so halftime here in Atlantic City as the Vikings lead the Red Raiders 14-0. We'll step aside. Stay with us. Second half still to come here from AC High.
you have printing needs, you need the Printing Company in Summers Point. They're top quality printers, friendly, skilled professionals. The Printing Company will work with you as part of their unwavering commitment to exceed your expectations. From concept to finished product, your business is their priority. They pride themselves in delivering the expert printing you deserve at an affordable price, from business cards to brochures to visual communications. That includes signs, banners, graphics, vehicle wraps, and much more. The Printing Company, open 9 to 5 at 457th Street in Summers Point. Phone Chugger and his staff, 609-374-5417. Let the Printing Company bring your ideas to life.
Along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com. Pride, passion, and persistence. These are the values that drive us all at Ron Jaworski Golf. We strive to deliver outstanding conditions as well as playability for golfers of all ages and abilities. Our championship golf courses offer a variety of challenges, from a link-style walk along the river to an escape into the pines and everything in between. My team at Ron Jaworski Golf is committed to delivering memorable experiences every single day. See all we do at ronjaworskigolf.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic City, where the Vikings lead the Ocean City Red Raiders 14-0. Mike Frankel, Matt Jamison on the call with you tonight. 14-0 our score. 2 big plays, obviously, with the 2 touchdowns. Other than that, it's been pretty tight in the trenches. But if you're Ocean City, Matt, what are you looking for? Maybe a special teams miscue? You need something because there hasn't been a lot of positive yardage. A couple big plays to Compton. We saw Schmidt with the 1 big run. But other than that, it's been tough sledding on offense for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Mike, I think the Raiders need a big turnover, muff punt, snap over the head, fumble deep, Atlantic City fumbles deep in their own territory. With a hobbled quarterback who's your leading rusher, they have their work cut out for them. However, they're going to play spirited. Defense has been playing really well since that drive on the short field. And they have to tighten up their kicking game a little bit. They will receive, though, correct?
Correct. They won the coin toss in the beginning and deferred. Atlantic City began the first half with the football, so Ocean City will get the ball to begin this second half. Again, both these teams come in 2-1 records. Ocean City coming off a victory over Lenape. Atlantic City trying to bounce back after a tough shootout loss against Cedar Creek. And the Vikings are halfway there, but still 24 minutes to go here by the Bay, as Ocean City gets set to return this kickoff here. If you're joining us late or just joining us, it was the scoring via a 20-yard touchdown run from Chambers for Atlantic City in the first quarter. 2-point conversion failed. And then really the key big play of the game, Dante Thompson, a 97-yard punt return for a touchdown. Vikings had a 2-point conversion, and that's where we stand, 14-0. Second half kickoff. Brought to you by Fortress Financial, 8th and Asbury in Ocean City. You deserve someone who can help you reach your financial goals. Contact Fortress Financial, 609-399-7600. And we might have a second kickoff sponsored by Fortress Financial, as Atlantic City might do this again.
It's a good time to be a sponsor.
That's right.
The kickoff.
So we saw this a little bit in the first half, that last kickoff scenario after the Thompson touchdown. And it looks like Atlantic City will have to do it again. Again, if you're Ocean City, you have the option to take the penalty yardage or make AC boot it away once more. And again, it's number 2, Tamir Rex, handling the kicking duties here tonight. A couple other scores coming in as we went to half there. Holy Spirit and Camden, right up the road there in Absecon, tied at 14. Mainland leading Cherokee 21-7. Kingsway all over Delsea 22-0. All right, take 2. Brought to you by Fortress Financial. Here we go. Right down the middle this time. Schmidt fields it at the 25. Tristan out to the 40. Schmidt churning those legs out to about the 42. Finally, the whistles come in. I think forward progress had been stopped a couple seconds prior. But a good return there from Tristan Schmidt. And now the question becomes, how healthy is Becker? We saw him exit the game. He's got the ankle taped. Will we even see him? We're about to find out. Tough kid, though, and you'd guess he's going to try to tough it out here in the second half.
Yeah, interestingly, when the backup quarterback Trent Ocello came in, they were still rolling him out. Now, obviously, he's not going to throw the ball as well as Becker, but the playbook seemed to be open to him. So we'll see if Becker can stay in there for this half.
All right, so Becker is trotting out with the offense. Again, that left ankle heavily taped, and you can see a noticeable hobble. Just not comfortable out there, but he's going to try and gut it out. So it is Becker. It'll be Ryan Hendricks lined up to the near side. Also a receiver out wide, Schmidt in the backfield. Becker wants Hendricks. Step for step, going to be tough. Was that intercepted? Still no call, and now they say it was. What an incredible interception that time from Tamir Rex. We'll take a look at the replay here, as this was really a 50-50 ball. Rex giving up size to Hendricks, but in the end, it was the little guy coming up with the pick.
I'm not sure he had control. And that's
they're talking about it now.
And they got the Atlantic City bench right up on them, but I don't know if he had control.
I think Hendricks, give him credit, he tried to wrestle that ball away right at the end, and they're going to say incomplete. We're looking at the replay right now, body's in the way, it's tough to tell. But, yeah, incomplete pass.
Yeah, our replay shows incomplete, and I know if you're an Atlantic City fan, you don't want to hear that, but the eye in the sky don't lie, as they say.
So really 2 good plays on that. One from the DB, Rex, who unable to haul it in, but really a nice play on the ball. And then Hendricks, if it's not for him trying to wrestle that ball away kind of at the end there, it would have been a pick. So called a stalemate there. 2nd and 10. Here's Schmidt on the carry. Patiently waiting for that hole. Again, there hasn't been a whole lot up the middle tonight. Schmidt takes that one forward for about 1.5 yards, and Ocean City's been here before tonight, 3rd and about 8.
This is perfectly scripted. First down, Atlantic City's crowding the ball, forcing Ocean City to throw the ball. What do? They throw the ball. Second down, they're playing cover 2, forcing Ocean City to run the ball. What do? Run the ball. So Atlantic City has this well scripted.
3rd and long. Becker waiting for the shotgun snap. Glimpses over to his left. Now he's looking that way. Wants to go that way. High pass brought in by Hendricks. Strong hands from the senior, Ryan Hendricks. 6'3", 184 pounds. And he's able to haul that one in, enough for the first down.
Well executed slant route, Mike, and Hendricks, he's a senior. He's been there. And it was a really nice ball on that slant pattern. And Hendricks gathered the ball. Nice play by Ocean City.
Yeah, a lot on that pass, as that ball's got to come out quickly, and Hendricks able to snag it, get a couple yards after the catch as well. So he's marked down at the Atlantic City 40. So OC in plus territory, 1st and 10. Becker wants to go up top again, looking the other way, and that pass was a little bit out in front for Clay Compton. So good throw on the slant, a play ago. That one timing a little bit off. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And Ocean City coaches, they're looking for, quick passes, get them off within 3 seconds or less. So that's your slant, your stops, and then, maybe they'll throw one fly pattern or a stop and go.
So here we go again, 2nd and 10. Becker will hand it off to Schmidt this time. Schmidt, again, waits for that hole and then drives those legs. And that's all Tristan Schmidt that time. Should have been probably about a 1-yard gain. He turns it into 5, and it sets up 3rd and 5 for Ocean City.
Ocean City just made a change on the offensive line. Number 55 just came into the game, T.J. Gorman. Not sure if that's a regular rotation or...
So something to keep an eye on there as a big 3rd down play awaits. Becker, ready. Here comes numbers for the Vikings, and that ball was nearly intercepted. Ocean City very fortunate there. Again, they wanted the slant to Hendricks. The Vikings were ready for it. Number 8 for Atlantic City, Gerard Barnes, and he was able to knock it down but not come up with the pick.
Yeah, what happened was the Barnes baited Becker into that throw. He was playing tight. He backed up and jumped it. And you're right, Mike. It should have been picked off.
All right, so plus territory. Ocean City will go for it. 4th and 5. Key play here early in the second half. Becker claps his hands. He's ready. Here comes the pressure. Low throw. Is it enough for the first down? It's going to be close. It's not.
About a yard short.
About a yard short as Compton made the catch, but he had to go down to his backside to make it. And really, there was no one within 3 or 4 yards of him. So if Becker's able to get that ball up a little bit, you give Compton a chance to get the first, but instead it's a turnover on downs.
And there was a delay stunt, a delayed blitz by the linebacker, so he had to get rid of that ball when he did. He took a shot.
So Atlantic City holds, and now the Vikings get the football for the first time in the second half, already with that 14-point lead. This will be Kyrie Barksdale in the backfield, next to his quarterback, Burrows. Burrows hands it off to Barksdale. Ocean City stops that one. Big number 69 up front. That's Aaron Desch in on the tackle for loss for the Red Raiders.
Now, what Ocean City did there, Mike, they were coming out in a three-man front. So they're taking one of their defensive ends who would be in the three-point stance, and he's off the ball, and I believe it's a personnel change as well.
Clock running, which is just fine for Atlantic City. They're behind the sticks now, though. 2-yard loss on the play, 2nd and 12. Burrows, he'll hand it off again. Chapman, the first on the scene. He's got some help pretty quick. Majors helps clean it up. Back-to-back tackles for loss for Ocean City.
Yeah, their new defensive scheme here is catching the Vikings off guard. I would imagine they're going to try to attack it straight ahead. Attack the tackle box.
So now all of a sudden, 3rd and 15. Loss of 3 on that play. And Ocean City a stop away from possibly getting this football back. Burrows continues to look to the sideline. Now he's got the play. He's got trips right, one receiver to his left. One back in the backfield. Burrows looking right. Over the middle. He's got a man. It's Thompson. Thompson still on his feet. First down and more. Brought down shy of the 50. A flag comes in right at the end as well. Beg your pardon, that's actually Jalen Day, as those two standouts. They look similar. They play similar, but that's Day, the state's leading receiver, and he's got a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, and then Marvin Burrows threw that ball on a rope. In fact, Mike, he really reminds me of an old AC quarterback, Marvin Burrows.
Yeah, go figure. So the official's talking about it now. It might have been a late hit from Atlantic City, but again, that's Day on the connection, wearing number 3. And not the easiest to throw. There was some traffic there, but as you mentioned, Burrows put that one right on the money for his top wideout. As the conversation continues, now we have the call. Pump fake. We don't have the call yet.
And what happened, Mike? They walked that extra linebacker, number 24, up and rushed him, whereas before he was back in coverage. So it was a gamble on Ocean City's part. Didn't pan out.
So it is a personal foul, blow to the head against the Red Raiders. So tack on the additional 15 yards. So targeting. So a big play becomes a much bigger play now. The ball is spotted at the 36-yard line. Fresh set of downs for Atlantic City. Burrows in the gun. He's ready to go. Now he'll wait and look to the sideline. Clock running, under 8 to go here in the 3rd. Burrows, quick pass, near side, got a man. Ocean City sets that edge well, though, as the reception was made by Turner, and Turner just nowhere to run on the outside. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
That's Ryan Hendricks down there. He's really a standout cover corner for Ocean City. And he really did set that edge. Came up, played off the block, made the tackle.
So they give him about a half a yard on the play. 2nd and 9, we'll call it. Now they move the down marker back, so really no gain. 2nd and 10. Now they move the down marker again. So they're going to end up giving him a yard and a half here. I'm telling you, that thing's moving over there. It's not my eyes playing tricks. Run to the near side that time for Kyrie Barksdale. And we got a flag on the play as this one could be coming back.
Yeah, it was just an odd sequence. They're moving, Atlantic City was ready to execute a play. They moved them up a yard, and I don't know if it's procedure. I'm not really sure what's going on.
The down box on the far side of the field went from at the stick, as the call comes in here, it is a hold against Atlantic City, to a yard past the sticks, back to the sticks, and now 2 yards forward. But all that's moot as we're going to be heading back 10 yards. So this is kind of what happened to Atlantic City on the one possession. And granted, they're up 14-0. But they did have the ball deep in Ocean City territory after that failed punt, the block. And Atlantic City moved backwards after a series of penalties. So a little bit of the same trend here. Still just 2nd down, though. Plenty of time to dig out. Burrows, empty backfield. Now got a man in motion. It's Turner. A little touch pass to him on the jet sweep action. Turner gets to the edge. Turner cuts it up. Brought down just shy of the sticks that time from Cole Desicino. But Turner turning on the Jets around the corner.
So Atlantic City went no back or empty set. Ocean City countered with covering every gap. And he got hit in the backfield, or at least for minimal gain. But he, like you said, Mike, he turned on the Jets and ran through that tackle, and Ocean City had no pursuit.
Yeah, I think Ocean City thought maybe they'd have a tackle for loss, but that changed quickly. Now we got a Wildcat formation. And all kinds of room on the outside. There is a flag that comes in, so hold up for now. But Rex with the easiest touchdown he'll have all season, but this one could be coming back.
Yeah, there was a hold on Chapman. You could assume it was holding as two blockers and a running back were unimpeded from the Wildcat.
Yeah, Sean Matthews calling his guys back right away. That next play mentality. Yeah, normally something's up if you got two teams at this level, you know, and it's a 14-point margin, but this is a solid Ocean City team. If it's that wide open on the outside, chances are something's happening out there. So it was a hold.
See if Ocean City goes back to that three-man look, dropping off the defensive end.
So the hold actually occurred past the first down yardage, marker, I should say. So it's, when you do the math here, it's 3rd and 7. Still manageable here for the Vikings. Burrows looking up top, floats one down the seam, and there's nobody home. Couple players in the area, Matt, but really that ball was kind of thrown in between the two.
He had number 0. He was shooting for 0.
Turner.
Yeah. Vish Turner. And he was open.
Yeah, number 4 for Atlantic City. Quamir Bailey also in the area. So 4th down now. Obviously the Vikings will go for it. The clock stopped at 6:43. They need 7 yards to keep this drive going. Turner in motion, left to right. Burrows, screen pass the other way. And it's dropped, juggled and then dropped. Ocean City catches a break as Barksdale couldn't haul it in. That's a well-designed play. You got the eye candy with Turner going the other way. It was set up to be there, but you got to make the catch for your run. So a turnover on downs for Atlantic City.
Mike, that was a touchdown. He had a convoy of big Atlantic City linemen, and he just couldn't gather the ball. There was a lone defender out there, and Ocean City is very fortunate.
So the Ocean City defense able to hold one way or another. Again, still in this game. But at some point, you got to put some points on the board. And it's starting to get late here by the Bay. 6:39 remaining in the third. Matchup on the outside here. Becker could be looking near side. He's looking to look far side. Pump fake. Goes up top. Not a lot of separation. And really you had Regazi out here on the near side. But he went far side. And Compton, the intended receiver that time. But again, good coverage. This Atlantic City secondary has really been up to the challenge more often than not tonight.
And it's following script. First down, Atlantic City is playing the run, manning up. Ocean City's throwing the ball. Now, I would imagine Ocean City's going to probably run the ball. 2nd
and 10, we'll see. They're going to go up top again. Becker's late pressure up the middle. He takes a shot. This ball's up for grabs. And a tremendous catch is made. Did he catch it? He did. Ryan Hendricks. How about that? Pops right up. That's a great grab from the senior Hendricks. We'll take another look at it. Hendricks had to make an adjustment in the air. And credit Becker for standing in there and taking a big hit as this ball floats down the middle.
Mike, it's the second week in a row that the Ocean City coaches do the exact opposite of what I say, and it pays dividends. So, a nice throw, under pressure.
Thought for a moment that maybe that ball hit the ground, but Hendricks, just a tremendous job to get his hands under it, and he knew it right away. So all the way up to the 30-yard line. Schmidt cuts it back again. Schmidt found a little crease there. Couple runs like that tonight, 8, 9 yards, that one closer to 9, and sets up second and short.
That's a smart call by the Ocean City coaches. That's a designed cutback. The Vikings' pursuit is extremely fast, and he's cutting behind it and picking up yards, like you said, Mike.
So really the best opportunity that Ocean City has had so far here tonight, if memory serves, deepest they've been into Vikings territory, approaching the edge of the red zone here. They'll go Schmidt again. This time more traditional run right up the middle. He might have enough for the first down, and he does, and that's really all Ocean City needed to accomplish on that play. So that'll move the chains for the Red Raiders. It's going to be one of those games for Schmidt when the dust settles, 20, 25 carries for maybe 50 to 60 yards, but enough there to move the chains. Fresh set of downs for Ocean City. Becker's in the gun. Schmidt obviously still in the game to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 right. And now a whistle comes in before the play.
Timeout.
So timeout taken by Atlantic City with 5:22 to go here in the third. Got golf on the brain? I know I do. There's no better time to golf than now. No better membership option out there than the Ron Jaworski Golf Eagle Pass membership. Go to ronjaworskigolf.com. Learn how you can belong to 7 courses for the price of 1. Yep, you heard that correctly. 7 courses for the price of 1. This golf membership is an amazing value with great variety that allows playing privileges to individual, family, and corporate memberships at all of Jaworski's award-winning golf courses. More than 400 crafters, food vendors, and entertainers will line a mile of downtown Asbury Avenue between 5th Street and 14th Street on October 11th. The Ocean City Fall Block Party will feature entertainers and bands at various spots along the avenue between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The Ocean City Fall Block Party, October 11th, starting at 9 a.m. Remember, Ocean City is twice as nice in the fall. All right, 1st and 10 after the Atlantic City timeout. Their first of the half. Again, Ocean City in business, but needing points here. Becker looking left. Compton, corner of the end zone, and he couldn't make the over-the-shoulder catch. That's a beautiful ball by Becker, and quite frankly, a tough catch at this level, and Compton just unable to reel it in.
And Compton's not, he's like you said, Mike, he was a running back basically his whole career. He's not the tallest guy, and that's an extremely tough catch to make at this level, even for a player who plays receiver.
So, but, Becker put that one right on the money, so it's all you can ask from your quarterback. They take a shot on first down. Still 2nd and 10. 3 downs to work with here. Atlantic City all over this in no time. Schmidt absolutely nowhere to go on that. Looks like Sherrod Taylor was leading the charge in there, number 15, but could call out about 5 or 6 names for the Vikings there. Kenai Austin also in on the stop.
Yeah, and Edgar Camacho at 6'3", 240, he made the play. He collapsed that hole. He pushed the lineman right back into Schmidt.
So a loss of 1 on the play, and now 3rd and 11. Becker looking left. Wants to go to the end zone again. Jump ball. Really, Atlantic City had a better chance at that one. Good coverage on the play from number 22, Ahmad Chambers. And it'll be 4th and long. More of just a jump ball there, and Ocean City fortunate that the interception wasn't made. So from 1st and 10 to 4th and 11. And you don't want to say it's the game yet, but again, with 4:33 remaining in the third, these are opportunities that Ocean City does not want to squander.
Yeah, and you'll see them go to Ragazzi pretty soon on the same type of throw where he can box the player out and use his height.
Maybe here he's matched up 1-on-1 on the outside with a very athletic player in Rex. OC needs 11 yards. Becker tries to throw it away and it's picked off. This could be 6 the other way. Lendell Wilson. He's ushered out of bounds, But I think that's probably Becker trying to do a little too much there. We'll take another look. He was almost in the grass for the sack, somehow got it away. But really a bad decision there as that one goes for big yardage the other way.
Yeah, Mike, he's a sophomore quarterback. Just like you said, they need to score. So he's taking risks. And that did not turn out. Tristan Schmidt saved the touchdown, but he was going to Regazzi. He was looking for Regazzi, who created some separation, but Tamir Rex jammed him up on the line long enough to let that pressure get to him.
So the interception ends the drive for Ocean City, and really Atlantic City able to flip the field on the return. As you mentioned, Schmidt saved the touchdown, but AC already inside OC's 40, and now we got some movement up front, and Vikings will get 5 more yards. So that one goes against OC. A couple times tonight that hard count up front has gotten Ocean City to jump off sides. So free 5 yards. 1st and 5 here. Burrows has time, going to the end zone. Hendricks deflects it, but it's reeled in on the backside. Almost for a touchdown. He stepped out at the 1. Jalen Day, and if you're Hendricks, what do? You throw your hands up, you make the play, but Day, what concentration to reel that in.
Boy, what a chain of events over the span of, 2 plays?
And you got a player shaken up on the far side for Ocean City. Looks like that's Cole Gareffi, who's close enough to the action that they're going to have to stop things here. So trainers are going to have to go tend to him. They might be able to just kind of usher him closer to the track to keep things moving, but the team's coming over to the sideline for now. I mean, that play, what a swing. And you mentioned the last couple of plays, but that's a pass that Hendricks gets his hand on, just kind of bats it up in the air, though, not any fault of his own, and Day stays with the play. We're taking another look at it right now. Hendricks, deflection, Day catches it. They mark him out at the 1, but things going Atlantic City's way right now, no doubt.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, and it all starts with a young quarterback taking a risk, trying to make something happen. They need to score, and in 2 plays, Atlantic City's on the 1-yard line.
So they continue to work on Gareffi on the far side of the field. So they work on him. A chance to remind you that Ocean City Cars and Trucks has been servicing the area for decades with first-class treatment. If the dozens of quality used cars on their lot aren't what you're looking for, they'll send their associates out to find what you want and bring it to you. Ocean City Cars and Trucks, 1120 Asbury Avenue. You can call them at 609-391-0052. As former customers have posted, what an outstanding experience in purchasing a car. They go the distance to satisfy the customer and are experienced and pleasant. There's no better car dealer in the area. When you need a car or truck, make Harry and Todd your first stop. Ocean City Cars and Trucks, 1120 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. So it's good to see Gareffi is up and walking all the way off under his own power. But now a huge, huge challenge here for Ocean City. 1st and goal from the 1 for AC.
Well, the Ocean City defense really has to come up big here. It's a tall task, but
Rex in the Wildcat and some motion. They do hand it off, and bouncing into the end zone is Day. So Day nearly had the touchdown a moment ago. A flag comes out at the very end. Looks like it's going to be after the play, potentially for unsportsmanlike. Don't think Atlantic City will mind too much as the Vikings now really starting to put Ocean City away. It's 20-0 with an extra point or a conversion pending. So it is an unsportsmanlike call on the Vikings. So 20-0 the score. Ocean City was kind of hanging in, but with that 3rd touchdown and just over 16 minutes to play, now the Red Raiders in a deep hole here on the road.
yeah, they certainly are. And they need something. Like we said at the beginning of this half, fumble recovery, bad snap over a punter's head. Down 20 points, 4-10 into third. They got their work cut out for them.
So Ocean City elects to take this penalty yardage on the conversion try. So Atlantic City has some field in front of it to try and get these extra 2 points. Again, it's Day in motion. Rex keeps it. Rex is going to throw up for grabs, nearly reeled in. But Ocean City keeps those other 2 points off the board. So with 4:10 to go here in the third, 20-0 our score as Atlantic City is in control against Ocean City. Things are always happening at the Ocean City Free Public Library. You can improve your cooking, baking, chess, and computer skills. It's all free, plus books, magazines, internet access, and much more. The Ocean City Free Public Library, 18th and Simpson. Visit them online at oceancitylibrary.org. The RJH Insurance Group has specialized in home and flood insurance since 2006. At RJH, they are committed to excellence. As an independent agency, they have the ability to represent multiple insurance companies to give their customers the most competitive rates. Call Rich Hogue for a quote, 609-630-4569, or check out their many services at rjhinsurance.com.
Well, Mike, I will say this. Ocean City, obviously, they're not going to quit. And Jackson Becker playing on one wheel, throwing the ball well, and it's just a straight drop back from the pistol. But he's thrown the ball well. Ocean City's receivers are fighting for the ball, coming down with some. They just need points.
Yeah, Ocean City competing tonight, just hasn't been there on the scoreboard, which is what it comes down to at the end of the day. 20-0 our score. As Rex gets set to tee this one up again. I think Ocean City maybe caught off guard a little bit there that Rex threw that football. Maybe they shouldn't have been because how far Atlantic City was, but we've seen Rex in the Wildcat. That's the first time we've seen him throw it. But Ocean City able to take it away on the back end. So Schmidt and company waiting near their own 15. Schmidt will field it between the 15 and the 20. Looking for running room. He's got a little up the middle. Dips a shoulder, he's out close to the 40, and that's where this next drive will begin for Ocean City. And a flag comes in at the end, and a second flag comes in.
Unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, this game getting a little bit chippy down there, as we've seen some flags for some stuff happening after the whistle, or after the play at least. And conversation down on the field here. And certainly, Matt, I don't think it's too extreme to say that Ocean City absolutely needs points from this drive here. As we get the call. And this one will go against the Vikings. So dead ball foul and sportsmanlike conduct. So now Ocean City will begin the drive in Atlantic City territory. So you're down 3 scores. There's still time, but you need those points like we talked about. It's got to come here. Easier said than done. Ocean City got to the kind of the outer edge of the red zone a drive ago before an interception changed things. And now another opportunity. Becker continues to play through that ankle injury. He's in the gun. Schmidt goes in motion to the near side. They fake it to him. Pressure from behind, and a sack. Sack for Atlantic City. As the Vikings get to Becker that time. Looks like that's number 9 in on the sack that time, Matt. That's Omar Kelly. And Kelly wreaking havoc in that Ocean City backfield.
Yeah, that Ocean City showed a flare pass to Schmidt, and they wanted to throw the ball in the seam, just didn't have time.
2nd and 12, and Schmidt is wrapped up in the backfield. So now Atlantic City trying, or at least starting to pin its ears back a little bit. Number 13 that time was Kenai Austin, and Ocean City well behind the sticks once more on 3rd down.
Well, if you're Atlantic City, 14-0, it's still, the way things are going, it was still, comfortable, but not that comfortable. 20-0, Atlantic City is just pinning the ears back, getting upfield, causing havoc.
All right, 3rd and long here. Becker, time for the moment. Strong throw. He's got a man. It's Regazzi. And you were wondering when they would go back to him. Kind of that box out position. He gets to his spot. He turns. And what a big frame as Regazzi's able to reel it in for a first.
Yeah, that was a great adjustment by the Ocean City staff. Rex is really holding him up on the line on the fly pattern or the skinny post. And that time he just cut off on a deep slant. And nice throw by the quarterback. Moved the chains.
Regazzi, 6'5", 184-pound senior. Ocean City's been here before, though. 2:25 remaining in the third. Becker looking left this time. And Compton looked over the wrong shoulder at first. Not really sure where that play was designed to go. Compton had the step. He looked over his left shoulder. Ball wasn't there by the time he readjusted. That ball comes down and hits the turf.
Yeah, I just think it was a corner pattern, and Compton adjusted the pattern based on where the D-back was, and he just lost the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Clock stops, of course, with the incomplete pass. Handoff, Schmidt. Schmidt met at the line. Nothing there at all. And number 53, Ambrose Kurtz, the sophomore, 230 pounds, leading the charge up front that time for the Vikings.
Now, I'm not sure what's in the water over here in Atlantic City, but they have some big guys out on the field.
So it's kind of one step forward, 2 steps back almost for Ocean City tonight. Big play followed by a couple no gainers. 3rd and 10. Becker, again, got time. Maybe a hold on the outside. No flag. Atlantic City certainly wanted a hold. Certainly looked like one. That pass intended for TJ Santarpio, the senior. I think that's his first target here tonight.
Yeah, Santarpio has been fighting an ankle injury. He's usually a bigger target or a bigger element in the offense. Hopefully he can get to be 100% by midseason.
All right, so 4th and 10. So promising drive now on the brink of stalling out once more. Becker's got to find somebody. Steps up in the pocket, goes deep, and that's just into double coverage and ultimately sails out of bounds. Becker was able to climb the pocket. The O-line held up that time. But again, it takes 2 sides of that. No separation on the outside. And the Atlantic City defense, for some of the big splash plays on offense, it's been the Atlantic City defense that's been the star of the show here tonight.
Yeah, I got to talk to some of the coaches up top at halftime, and Ocean City is really struggling with Atlantic City's closing their speed to close the distance. They think they're open or they think they have a hole, and next thing you know, it closes up and it's a 2-yard gain. Last couple of weeks it would have been a 10-yard gain or a completed pass.
Chambers in the backfield, flanking Burrows. Chambers gets the carry here. Ocean City's all over it, but Burrows, check that, Chambers escapes through the backside. Chambers up near the 40, and he turned about a 5-yard loss into a 8 or 9-yard gain. In fact, they're going to give him close to 10. Yeah, they're going to move the sticks. He was bottled up out there to the right, Matt, and he just reversed course, and what an incredible run that time. Really a nice individual effort by Chambers.
And I'm looking through some plexiglass here. I thought he bobbled the ball, actually.
Yeah, he may have. Something happened that set the timing off of that play, but he recovered nicely. He'll get it again. Flag comes in, so put a pin in this one for now, but as it stands, Chambers up past the 40. And again, the coaching staff for Atlantic City, Keenan Wright and company, not thrilled with that laundry coming out. Also a player down behind the play. Fortunately, it looks just to be a cramp situation. So let's get the call first. Holding against the Vikings.
That official's just doing his job, and you got the players crowding him, the coaches crowding him.
Well, it's a perfect storm
tough.
because there's a player down, so the player's allowed to come over the numbers. That's where the referee comes to make the call. He might have been better served to make that one from the AC logo at midfield, but yeah.
Boy, I couldn't agree more.
All right, so that's Chapman, who's back up on his feet. And again, We don't really know, but it looked like a cramp. He's walking off or jogging off just fine.
Talk about they can't afford to lose Jake Chapman ever, but he's also the punter. So I don't know who else auditioned for that punting spot if Chapman can't kick the ball. Hopefully he'll be back after getting a couple cups of Gatorade.
Yeah, and unique, special teams, a lot of high school programs, they just never have a kicker, right? They never have a punter. Ocean City's had some really good kickers in recent years. In the kicking department, they don't really have that guy right now, so it's had to be Schmidt. And punting, we've mentioned, it's a little bit of a revolving door. But it looks like Chapman's going to be okay. He has to come out for this play at least. All right, so first and long after the holding penalty. Burrows waits the snap. He'll keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there. Beg your pardon, right up the middle. 27 on the carry that time. That's Joseph Rios, who's touched it a few times tonight. It'll bring up second and long.
Yeah, number 77, Ricky Kane, who plays a nice offensive tackle for the Raiders. He's filling in there at DN. He did a nice job on that play. He got in on that tackle.
All right, second and long. Burrows in the gun. Quick pass out to the right side. It's a low pass, and it's dropped out there. So the clock stops. That pass intended for Rex. And Burrows just threw it too low for him. So it'll be third and long.
So now Chapman came back in, but they took out one of the tackles, and Ricky O'Kane is staying in. So this is probably going to be that three-man front. Try to get some pressure on them. Dropping off the defensive end, number 24, although he looks like he's on the line rushing.
See what look they ultimately give. He does come. Burrows steps up in the pocket. Over the middle, man. Not far off that time. That's a pretty good pass, just about 1 yard too far for Rex. And you can see the speed from Rex, because at first Ocean City looked like it had that defended, and Rex just shifted into another gear, ran by everybody, but passed too far out in front.
And I'm really impressed with how young Marvin Burrows throws the ball. Now, once again, he's not as accurate as you would hope your quarterback is, but he's only a sophomore. But boy, can he sling it.
All right, so here is number 10, exclusive Dublin on to punt again. Remember, he had one of the punts of the season in the first half. He pinned Ocean City inside the 5. And another timeout is taken here by Atlantic City before this fourth down punt with 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. At Boulevard Super Liquors on Roosevelt Boulevard in Marmora, the Bile family has served area residents for 4 generations. Boulevard is just 676 steps from Ocean City and right off exit 25 of the Garden State Parkway. Through the years, they have employed hundreds of former Ocean City high school athletes. They form a courteous staff that, of course, is ready to help you find what you need quickly and then get you on your way. Boulevard is open every day until 10 p.m. Whatever your needs, the staff at Boulevard Super Liquors can make it happen. Call them at 609-390-1300 or check out their new website at superliquorsnj.com. Boulevard Super Liquors in Marmora, family owned since 1938. All right, so now ready for the punt. Dublin in punt formation. Gets it away. Low, bouncing kick. Fielded by Ocean City at the 25. Nice move at first for Desicino. He's still on his feet. Cole down the far sideline. As Cole Desicino did well. They list him at 6'11". Got to be a typo. That's 5'11", right? Or else John Bruno's going to scoop him up real quick for the basketball team. But a nice return there from Desicino.
Desicino's been returning punts very well for Ocean City all year. He has deceptive field speed, as we just saw.
Never has a roster typo jumped off the page quicker than that. I've seen some 6'11" kids, and Cole's got speed, but he is not 6'11". So the 5'11" senior, nice return there. All right, so maybe the last play of the quarter here. We'll see. 14 seconds to go. Again, this game not out of reach, but not necessarily close either. It's a 3-score game. Ocean City has had plenty of opportunities, but Atlantic City has been stout defensively. Schmidt switches sides. Becker goes to Schmidt. Picked off. Interception. Number 23, Javante Johnson. And Johnson read that as he drove on that football and picked it clean. He had to tumble to the turf to make it, but another interception as Atlantic City continues to smother the Red Raiders.
Mike, they're going to deep cover 2 and man underneath, and he just jumped that route. And Ocean City's fortunate it wasn't 6.
Yeah, he sort of, like you mentioned, he had to kind of go down to catch it and then caught his toe on the turf there a little bit, or else that would have been 6 the other way. And I think Becker never saw him. You know, he saw Schmidt out of the backfield. He thought he had him, and, man, what an incredible play there from Atlantic City. And Johnson, the junior, list him at 5'9", 175 pounds. So now another play here in the third. AC will keep it on the ground. That's Rios. And that's how the third quarter should come to an end. So we'll take a break here in Atlantic City. The Vikings in control on top of Ocean City, 20-0, heading to the fourth.
The Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center is the perfect place for you and your family to stay healthy and fit. From our 25-meter indoor swimming pool to our well-equipped cardio room, we've got you covered. Whether you're looking to lift weights or to get moving in one of our many Group X classes, the Aquatic and Fitness Center has it all.
Shopping is even better online. You may know their showroom at 1081 Shore Road in Linwood, but you can order whatever you need at shopping.com. Remember, you're not presenting the best trophy if it's not a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684. Shoppies since 1921.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here at AC High. Mike Frankel, Matt Jamison on the call with you. Atlantic City back on the ball after an interception. It'll be 2nd and 8 to begin the fourth quarter. Burrows under center this time. He'll pitch it back to Rios. Rios tries to get to the edge. Tumbles forward. He's close to first down yardage. He'll be about 2 yards short. And that'll bring up 3rd and short here for AC.
Yeah, Desicino came up, filled the alley extremely well, and made that tackle. If he didn't make that tackle, that's a big play.
So you haven't seen Burrows under center too much tonight. You saw it there. Looks like he's getting set to do it again here. Again, it's Rios in the backfield. They give it to the up man this time. And churning forward for the first down is number 8, Gerard Barnes. And that'll move the sticks for AC.
And I think Atlantic City's big offensive line is starting to wear on the Raiders.
AC still going tempo here. That's how they operate, even with the lead. Burrows under center. Rios once more. Ocean City up to the challenge this time as they stuff him after a short gain of about 2. And it'll be 2nd and long. But if you're Atlantic City here, Matt, this is fine. Clock running, 3-score lead, you know. It's not necessarily what you do. You like to spread it out. But if you got to kind of play this type of football, you're comfortable doing it behind that big offensive line.
They're going foot to foot, no splits, and just running it right at the Raiders.
Burrows in the gun now. Another handoff. Looking for running room, following that lead block, and a nice patient run that time from Chambers. As Chambers had his blocker out in front, and now players shaken up afterwards here.
That's Gerard Barnes.
Barnes did a heck of a job blocking on that play, but he's paying the price for it now. As they will move the sticks, so that is enough for the first down. As they tend to Barnes below us. And it'll be a first down on the other side of this coming here for Atlantic City. Got golf on the brain? I know I do. There's no better time to golf than now. No better membership option out there than the Ron Jaworski Golf Eagle Pass membership. Go to ronjaworskigolf.com. Learn how you can belong to 7 courses for the price of 1. Yep, you heard that correctly. 7 courses for the price of 1. This golf membership is an amazing value with great variety that allows playing privileges to individual, family, and corporate memberships at all of Jaworski's award-winning golf courses. Another chance to remind you as well that the Ocean City Fall Block Party is coming up. More than 400 crafters, food vendors, and entertainers will line a mile of downtown Asbury Avenue between 5th Street and 14th Street. That's on October 11th. The Ocean City Fall Block Party will feature entertainers and bands at various spots along the avenue between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. The Ocean City Fall Block Party, October 11th, starting at 9 a.m. Remember, Ocean City is twice as nice in the fall. And good to see that player Barnes is up. And now he's down again on the sideline. He took a hit below the belt there. He's trying to shake it off. And either way, just great blocking out in front. And first down for Atlantic City. Clock will wind as we approach the 10-minute mark. Look at this full house formation here. Bunch, but shotgun snap back to Rex. He's got to scramble back to get it. And he has to just dive on it back at the 35-yard line. So near disaster there for Atlantic City. Ocean City will take it. It'll be second and long.
Yeah, just when you think Atlantic City is really starting to impose their will on the Raiders defense, you know, it's an errant snap, and here we go. It's second and, 25.
Yeah, it's second and something. I was told there would be no math, so we're going to call it second and long. Burrows taking his time. Again, the clock is running, so one good factor from that big loss for Atlantic City. Burrows wants to go short. Got a man out to his left. Number 16 gets a touch that time, Hanif Rios. And a couple yards on the play. Not a whole lot there, though. It'll be third and long.
So Ocean City, what they're doing is they're bringing in Ricky Kane to get a little bit heavier on the line. He just went out because it's a passing down.
Burrows looking near side this time. Got a man. Not just any man, the man. Jalen Day, another touchdown. And the state's leading receiver continues to impress. So a big strike from Atlantic City to put this one all but out of reach for Ocean City. 26-0.
Yeah, just a well-executed play. He ran a post corner there. The Ocean City defender really bit on the post, turned it into a corner. Nice throw by Marvin Burrows. Made it look easy.
So Jalen Day is a problem for opposing defenses. It's not just Ocean City, but Ocean City obviously in the spotlight tonight, and Rex just kind of wings that one. Incomplete. And no real problem for Atlantic City. They lead 26-0 in a game, Matt, that was, kind of back and forth in the first half. You did have the first quarter touchdown, but it felt like the game was maybe closer than the scoreboard would indicate. But now I think things are certainly trending Atlantic City's direction, and the scoreboard is indicative of the game. It's been the Vikings defense and the big plays, offense, special teams, that's all contributed to this lopsided score.
Absolutely. That third touchdown by Atlantic City, that really allowed the Vikings to pin their ears back and say, we're just going after an immobile quarterback. And at times, Ocean City, moved the ball, but their drives stall. The turnovers, 2 interceptions this half, I believe. You're just not going to recover from that. Of course, there's 9 minutes left, but it's tough to recover from that when you're playing a team like Atlantic City who can score at any time in this game, as we saw tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned it off the top. Ocean City 2-1, Atlantic City 2-1, but I think, to be fair, Atlantic City has played a tougher schedule. And we mentioned this would be the toughest test for Ocean City so far. And it's certainly trending that direction. Look, Ocean City has competed at times, but there's been other times where some playmakers from Atlantic City have proved just how good they are. And that was the case there with standout senior Jalen Day. All right, so another kickoff upcoming here from Rex. The senior's been busy tonight in the kickoff department. In fact, he's had to do it over a few times. This one looks like it'll stay on the field. Fielded off the bounce. Schmidt tries to bounce it to the outside, and he will take a tumble at the 35-yard line. So we'll see here if Becker comes back out. You know, the game is in a spot now where not sure if you want to push it. I know he's going to want to be out there, but dealing with that ankle injury, we'll see. Looks like he's in the huddle, so it looks like he will be coming back out.
Yes, he is.
Look, no doubt Ocean City's going to play this one to the end, but you look at the scoreboard, you start to think about strategy, you start to think about next week, all that kind of stuff. But they're sticking with their first-team offense right now. Going to try to find a way back into this with 8:53 remaining. 4-score games got to come quick. And Ocean City goes right up the middle that time. And I don't believe that was Schmidt. It was not.
Atlantic City has made some changes up front. It looks like they're getting some second-tier guys in there.
Anthony DiLorenzo, by the way, on the carry.
Yeah, Junior DiLorenzo is spelling Schmidt.
So DiLorenzo, his first carry of the night. And he'll get another one. Fighting for the first. Good effort. And the ball came loose at the end. Did the whistle come in first, though? I don't know that it did. Certainly looked. Now, look, a couple things there. Forward progress was stopped, but the whistle didn't necessarily come in at that point. And I think they're going to keep the ball with Atlantic City. Let's see. They're still talking about it. If the whistle comes in when forward progress was stopped, I think the ball came out before that.
And I could not see from my vantage point.
Yeah, I think it's going to stay with Ocean City. Keenan Wright.
Keenan Wright's a little upset tonight.
Yeah, I think when the dust settles, he'll be happy with this result. But in the moment, yeah, he thought his guy ripped that. And maybe in real time, it looked like he did. 3rd and short. Becker, hands off. DiLorenzo has the first down this time. So Ocean City approaching midfield. They'll move the chains. Clock continues to run. 7:45 and ticking here in the 4th.
And Atlantic City just sent back in big number 66, Tariq Ransom, 6', 290.
Another carry up the middle. Again, that's DiLorenzo. Some other scores trickling in from all around South Jersey, thanks to our friend Tom Williams, as Rancocas Valley has beaten Shawnee 17-14. Winslow Township, in probably the marquee game of the night, up on St. Augustine 19-6 in the 3rd. Washington Township 21-10 over Millville in the 4th. Right up the road here, Camden leads Holy Spirit 20-14. And Mainland a 2-touchdown lead right now over Cherokee. That game is in the 4th. Ocean City just keeping it on the ground right now, trying to get some touches to DiLorenzo. He's looked pretty good running right up the middle. One more score to pass along as Kingsway is all over Delsey 29-0 in the 4th.
That's surprising. I mean, Kingsway is a good club, but Delsey had some nice wins earlier in the year. I think that's the second one they dropped.
6:30 remaining. 3rd and 4. Another give as OC keeps it on the ground that time. Look, number 12, Samir Kelly that time, the 5'9 junior, gets his first touch of the night. And 4th and short upcoming. So we talked about Ocean City keeping Becker in the game, but he's just been handing the ball off here. We'll see what Ocean City tries to do here on 4th and short. Needed, obviously, to keep the drive going. Hand it off again. And a nice tough run that time from DiLorenzo. He had the first, and then he dropped the shoulder, ran over a defender to get a couple more yards. But as you mentioned, we got some backups, some other kids mixing in for Atlantic City as well.
And that's what Ocean City's doing. They don't want to turn the ball over. Why are they keeping Becker in there? Because you can gather the snap and hand the ball off.
Yeah, that's all he's being asked to do so far. He's in the gun right here. DiLorenzo to his left. He'll hand it to him again. And DiLorenzo did well to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a half a yard. That's about it. As we tick under 5:20 to go in the fourth.
It's a good opportunity for Atlantic City, as they are doing, getting some second-tier guys in there, getting some good time, good quality time against Ocean City's first offensive line. So this is good for the younger players.
Atlantic City will travel to Cherokee next week for a 6 o'clock start. Ocean City will be home against Hamilton. Another give up the middle. Ocean City returning home after this. 3 straight home games. Hamilton next week. You got arch rival Mainland on the 3rd. Key note there is that game is being played at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're listening, take that half day from work. Go check out that one. And then they'll be home against Middle Township following that on October 10th. So chance for Ocean City to do some damage at home after this, but obviously a tough night on the road here in AC. And keeper that time they do change quarterbacks that time. And that's Ocello back in on the keeper. Nowhere to go, though. And it looks like Becker's night will probably be done. And injury on the field for Atlantic City here. So we'll take a timeout. Yeah, we mentioned the schedule coming up for Ocean City. 3 straight home games for Atlantic City. Cherokee next week. And then they'll be right back here at home against Vineland. Eastern after that. So you don't want to discount any of these teams, but I think if you look at Atlantic City's schedule, their first 3 games, that's probably the toughest pocket of their regular season. They're able to navigate that 2-1, be 3-1 after tonight. And look, none of these are gimme games. Atlantic City plays a tough schedule, as does Ocean City. But you kind of look at things from top to bottom. This has the opportunity to be a special year for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's certainly setting that way. I know Atlantic City would like to turn back the clock and get another quarter in with Cedar Creek, but Cedar Creek really took it to them, and that may have been a wake-up call. And I agree with you, Mike. I think they have a good chance of putting together a string of victories, qualifying for the Group 5 playoffs, and then matching up against Holy Spirit on Thanksgiving, one of the few Thanksgiving Day games that are still played.
Yeah, and Ocean City maybe conversely. We mentioned how they're going home, and Hamilton is in a bit of a rebuilding phase, I guess it's fair to say. Mainland's tough as always. Middle Township also having a tough start to the season, but then their schedule gets a little tougher at the back end, Ocean City. And again, you're looking all the way at end of October, but you got Holy Spirit and Cedar Creek looming down the line. So, if you're Ocean City, you're going to come out of this one 2-2. And you would think try to pick up 2, if not 3 of the next 3 games. But, you talk to the coaching staff, they're going to take them one at a time. But we're allowed up here to look at the big picture, right?
Yeah, it's easy to coach from up here.
It is. Under 4 to go. Roll out, near side, and wrestled down to the turf that time. Nice tackle on the edge by number 23, Javante Johnson, as there was nowhere for Ocello to run on the roll.
Yeah, and I think, Ocean City, their main objective is to get healthy. Something's up with Ryan Hendricks not punting. You have your quarterback with a bad wheel. They have to get healthy, and they know that.
All right, so that's a turnover on downs, and now you would assume you'd see plenty of backups in the game, although Burrows is still out there. 3:50 to go. Just a quick glance, you're seeing a few backups on each side, but still some starters as well. Keep it on the ground, hand off, near side. Carry that time for Moore, wearing number 20. So Atlantic City getting some touches to a number of players here tonight, as Ocean City was able to do on the last drive. It looks like Burrows is now done for the night, or at least off on this play. I believe that's number 19, Corbin, the sophomore, who will take over at quarterback. It is, as we approach 3 to go. Corbin hands it off. Ocean City all over that one that time. That's Chapman with the tackle for loss. So again, good sign there as Chapman was shaken up earlier and we thought maybe it was a cramp, so it's good to see him back out there finishing this one, even in a lopsided fourth quarter. Just a matter of time now here.
Yeah, Ocean City's getting some, seems to be getting some subs in.
Yeah, when you break down these teams, obviously Atlantic City is in a higher enrollment group. No excuse for Ocean City, of course, but the way the schedule is in the West Jersey Football League now, you're not always going to play the teams in the same enrollment group as the whistles come in here. And timeout taken by Atlantic City. So look, if you're the coaching staff, you're going to be looking at this film this week, assuming you're looking at the film, you know. What do you need to clean up? Obviously, the offense moved the ball at times. Is this one of those situations where maybe you're just kind of outmanned on the outside, or are there things that are kind of popping off the page here that you need to clean up for next week?
Well, Ocean City came in here saying, okay, we have to keep their offense off the field. Well, how do we do that? You know, ball-controlled offense. And to have a ball-controlled offense, they needed a healthy Jackson Becker. And I'm not making excuses. Atlantic City played extremely well. They did what they had to do. But you take Becker out of the Ocean City offensive equation, and, you know, they would have to do something secondary, which is throwing the ball. And they did it well at times, but they also have some costly interceptions.
All right, so again, it's Corbin in the gun. Backup QB getting some burn here. Hands it off. And number 25 on the carry that time. That's Derek Willis. He is a freshman. Already 6 feet, 185 pounds.
Nice sized freshman.
No doubt. I'm 42. I never got that big. Doesn't seem fair.
Ocean City has number 80, Alex Christensen, in at defensive end, 6'4", 170. Obviously, they're going to look for him to put a little bit of weight on, but he has the height.
Yeah, and these reps mean something as that handoff is unsuccessful in the backfield. And so, just looking for the right word there, Corbin has to keep it, and he swallowed up. Look, these reps mean something. You know, a lot of these guys, not a lot, but a handful of these guys are going to play in the JV game, you know. But these varsity reps matter, right? I mean, there's people in the stands, you know, how do you perform? At the end of a game, the game is in hand, but these reps matter. These are a lot of kids that are going to get playing time down the line, and so they matter.
Yeah, Ocean City had Ryan Hidman in there. He's a freshman playing some defensive tackle. He's 6 foot 245. That's a nice size freshman. So I know they're going to look for him to you know, really develop as the year goes on and as he becomes an upperclassman.
All right, so that play leads to a turnover on downs. Ocean City's offense right back out on the field for what you would assume would be the last drive of the game. And again, it's Trent Ocello, the sophomore. Ocello, designed to run. Not a whole lot out there to the right side. Picks up a couple of yards. So 1:15 remaining on the clock as the game draws to a close here on what's been a beautiful night here in Atlantic City. Feels more like a late August night than mid-September, but it's been nice and cool with the bay breeze, and the Vikings are going to be feeling pretty good as the final seconds tick off the clock. Number 12 on the carry that time for Ocean City. Samir Kelly.
Yeah, if you're an Ocean City fan, you're looking out there and you're saying, oh my goodness, they still have Regazi out there and Compton and Amstup. And that has to, they're not going to throw the ball. That has to do with lining up properly. They don't want any penalties. they want the clock to keep going while they're getting key kids some reps, like you said, Mike.
So possibly the final play here, as Ocean City will have to run one more, and then I think both teams will say enough's enough. But of course we do have. I jinxed it. You don't say that until the game's over. Clock was running, but now we got some movement up front. Rookie mistake by this broadcaster.
Have to dock you some pay.
Yeah. Find one game check. All right, so now you would assume the clock continues running. I don't think Ocean City has to run this play. They might anyway. They're lined up. And they will. Kelly will get one last carry. He's got a little burst up the middle. Still on his feet. Kelly down the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds as time expires. And that's how this one comes to an end in Atlantic City, as the Vikings handle Ocean City by a final of 26-0. Chambers, a touchdown run. Dante Thompson, the big 97-yard punt return. And then Jalen Day took over from there after the big catch to set him up on 1st and goal from the 1, a 1-yard touchdown run. And then Burrows hits him with the 40-yard bomb down the sideline as Atlantic City moves to 3-1. Ocean City falls to 2-2. We talked about it a little bit, Matt, but your parting thoughts from this? Atlantic City looks very legit as a contender here as we move into the middle part of the season. Ocean City hung in there at times, but work to do heading into the middle of its schedule.
I think Atlantic City is just going to get better. They're more focused after that Cedar Creek loss. And, Mike, we were talking before the game, before the broadcast. Ocean City had a tall order in front of them this evening. It was their greatest test, as you mentioned earlier. And they would have to really execute their game plan to have a chance to pull out a victory. And the victory would have been close. A touchdown. And the circumstance, the big plays, the injury to the quarterback, it really hurt their game plan.
It's been a fun night here in Atlantic City. Happy to keep the seat warm for Tom Williams, who we expect back in the broadcast booth any week now. But that'll do it for us here tonight. For our director, Ryan Chybinski. Did I nail it? Got the pronunciation right. Ryan's crushing it up here tonight for us. And our other guy on the camera, Dan Collins. And for Matt Jamison, I'm Mike Frankel saying so long from Atlantic City as the Vikings take care of Ocean City by a final of 26-0.